All right, I'm here about an idea I'm calling InstaFriend. How many people know 5 of their neighbors? 2 of their neighbors? 1 of their neighbors? Very few. 3 hands maybe. How many people have met an activity partner within 3 blocks of them, or found somebody to date within half a mile? This idea is to use some innovative UI techniques and other ideas around this that, borrowing the best from all of the existing dating apps, Craigslist, whatever out there, and building a very easy-to-use, quick, reactive way to kind of put out there what you're looking for, whether it's somebody to go running, somebody to watch the game with, to have dinner, etc., and quickly be able to filter what you're looking for and be able to find people nearby and not be overwhelmed by too many people, not be too restricted, but to filter out people that or businesses or whatever that match what you're looking for. And the idea is to do this on Android in general, which includes Google TV and Android devices, etc. So it's number 28, InstaFriend. All right. InstaFriend is for everyone who doesn't have enough friends, activity partners, dates, or they just don't get out enough. And part of the key idea there is that there's enough commuting going on, you really don't want to have to commute to your friends as much as possible. So part of the idea is to use various strategies to help find like-minded local people, your neighbors, people in your apartment complex, on the next block, half a mile away, that kind of thing, who are interested in the kinds of things that you're interested in. So this app is a slice through some of those ideas, where this is actually basically using a Groupon feed that you can basically go through and say, hey, I like that. And then you can go through and as you're doing this, other people are doing the same thing. It could be at real time, it could be separated by days, weeks, etc. And when you like something that somebody else already has liked, you can see that there are other people who also are interested in that. And then you can basically then drive down now or later and start communicating with them, saying, hey, you want to go to this wine tasting? Do you want to go see this hockey game together? Go out dancing, running, whatever. So basically, this app allows you to organize those kinds of things and be able to find those people and begin communicating with them. And of course, when you start out communicating with them, it's all just generic user IDs, and then as they respond or you respond to somebody else, you start exchanging more information and pictures, and you start building friends. And then once you have friends, then of course you have a dashboard view that actually shows you, what your friends in your various interest groups are doing that are matching up with what you're interested in. And the idea here is to have many different kinds of simple, easy-to-use ways, but ways to finally filter and specify what your interests are. So Groupon is one thing that's fairly popular. If you're going to look at Groupon deals anyway, you could do that. Other categories might be Craigslist subcategories, or it might be other tag clouds or other ways to produce those filtering effects. And so just real quickly here, I want to show that one of the interesting things with Google TV is that you can use this kind of thing in an ambient way by using things like the picture-in-picture capability. Yeah. It's a little late now, but
Time's up.
Why do you think, and you're probably about to get there on the picture-in-picture stuff, but
yeah.
Why do you think this is a TV app?
Well, so I think that what a lot of people do is that they veg out in front of the TV, as you guys have mentioned, and you go home after work, you've traveled, you're not really ready to go to sleep, you need to take a break before you get into something else, late night activities, and so you're kind of flipping through channels, or maybe you're watching the news, and there's either a boring segment or you're stuck in real time with commercials, and so this provides an ambient alternative, and you can imagine your news broadcast up there, and you're on commercial right now, and you muted it or whatever, and you can basically go through here, run the app, and we build the app so that it doesn't matter that you're missing that part of the screen, and you basically can go ahead and interact, and then your program comes back on, and you basically go right back to it. And and so that it just provides an alternative mechanism. Of course, you have InstaFriend.com, which we have that domain, and you could have an Android app, and for the mobile version of this, etc. But having a clean, simple way to do this on Google TV is a nice ambient experience and a nice, easy way to sort of browse. And these would basically cycle through. You could just simply hit down. Our current models, you hit down to say you're not interested in something. You hit up to say you are interested in something. You can actually click on it, and it actually takes you to whatever it is, Groupon in this case.
I just want to mention that I know who my neighbors are, but I've never had the chance to meet them, and I lived there like 3 years, same place, so hopefully that will help me personally to meet my neighbors at some point. To find something common with them.
Yeah, I like the basic idea of being able to find people that you wouldn't otherwise meet, right? And there's a lot of ways you might want to do that, right? So there are flirting apps that let you do that with pictures. You're trying to build an interest graph. I have to say it's very counterintuitive to me to build an interest graph out of Groupon deals. Like, that just seems weird.
It was the way that we decided to prototype it here.
Right.
The original idea was to have more of a categorization thing with activities versus dating versus those kinds of interests.
Yeah, to me this feels like a prototypical mobile app, not a TV app. But I understand what you're saying about the vegging out experience, and maybe this is better than browsing the channel guide.
Right, I think you want it in both places.